Hello, bonjour, hola. This is Mr. Westfall with a video tutorial today on the IP configuration utility in Microsoft Windows. So I'm going to first talk about what it is and do some vocabulary, and then I'm going to show you how to access the IP configuration utility in Windows. Okay, so what it is it's a networking utility that is going to display all of our TCP and IP networking values, and it's going to show us basically what our computer's IP address is, the host name of the computer, and the computer's MAC address. It's also going to show us the network's DNS servers and DHCP servers and etc. Okay, so you may be scratching your head and asking, Mr. Westfall, what is that stuff? Well, I'm glad you asked. So you should be really familiar with at least DNS, maybe not so much DHCP and MAC, but we have talked about those in class. So the DNS server is the domain name system server, and this is actually a protocol. So what happens is when you type in www.google.com, the DNS server takes that request and translates that URL into an IP address and then sends it back. Okay, so without this, every time we went to a website, we'd have to actually type in the IP address of the website. The DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Control Protocol. Again, this is another protocol that assigns us an IP address every time we connect to a specific network. So back in the day before we had the DHCP protocol, we would have to manually assign an IP address for ourselves and every other computer that we connected to the internet. So if we went on with our phones, our tablets, our laptops, etc., we would actually have to set up the computer to work with the network. Finally, the MAC, which stands for Media Access Control. This is a hexadecimal number, and this is basically the serial number of our NIC, or our Network Interface Card. So you should be familiar with DNS, DHCP, and MAC. I will also require you to answer those as part of the lab. Okay, guys, onward to the lab now. I'm first going to open up the command prompt, and I do so by, well, whatever means you find the most easy. I don't know as if I have to go through that again. Okay, command prompt is open. I'm going to type in ipconfig. That is our command, and we're going to use a thing called a switch, /all, and this is going to show us more information than the standard ipconfig command. Hit enter. So there's a ton of stuff here. I'm going to go step by step and tell you exactly what you need to know for the lab and the NOCD examination. Computer name is going to be the host name. So in my case, 304.516, D019263. 304.516 is going to be the same for every computer in my room. That is because the prefix 304 is the school's number and 516 is my room number. Okay, so this particular D0 number would be my actual computer, but you could add this entire thing. You could write this down for the test and or the lab. Okay, next thing is the domain. Look right underneath the host name. And it's going to be buffalo.k12.ny.us. That's our domain. IP address, you're looking for the version 4, which is the decimal, not the version 6 hexadecimal number. The subnet, you're looking for subnet mask. In my case, it's 255.255.254.0. Yours might be the same. It might not really sure. DNS servers, I have 3 of them. They're down here, pretty self-explanatory. The DNS suffix is basically the same thing as our domain, so bps.buffalo.k12.ny.us. DHCP server would be found down here. That's an IP address. And lastly, the MAC address, the Media Access Control. So it doesn't actually spell it out anywhere here in the IP config, but what you're looking for is the physical address. And as you know, MAC addresses are hexadecimal values. In my case, it's 001E, 0B, 3A, 95, B7, and that is my MAC address for my network interface card. Okay, so we went over domain, host name, IP and subnet, DNS servers, the suffix, and DHCP and MAC. I hope you found this informative. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.